Hello, amigos, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. How you guys doing today? We got an excellent week coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed Thanksgiving dinner. We had fried turkey for the first time. I tried frying a turkey. It's kind of a dangerous thing to do. There's a lot of grease involved, peanut oil, boiling, and you got to be careful with this, but it came out excellent. We had two turkeys. We actually had one in the oven, traditional Puerto Rican style type of Thanksgiving dinner with arroz con gandule, pastele, coquito, the whole 9 yards, guys. It was awesome. My wife, she is great. Old school all the way, Boricua all the way, and man, I really did enjoy it. But the star of the show was my fried turkey. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a really nice time with your family. But let's go into today's episode. And as you all know, and it's all over the media right now, Xander Zayas apparently was given an offer to fight VERGIL Ortiz. VERGIL Ortiz, who was supposed to fight Boots Ennis, and apparently there's some back and forth on exactly what happened, but Boots Ennis finally turned it down, or his team, somebody turned it down, all right? There's conflicting information. They offered this fight to Xander Zayas, and they told him apparently, hey, man, you got an hour to decide whether you want to take this fight with VERGIL Ortiz in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and I believe it's going to be next year, sometime next year. I think it's February 22nd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, okay? And you got an hour to make up your mind, Xander. And Xander said, I don't need an hour. All it takes for me is a minute. So I say yes. Or words to that effect. I don't know exactly what, I'm not reading exactly his comments, but he basically told him, listen, I don't need an hour for this decision. It only takes a minute. And my answer is yes. I want to fight VERGIL Ortiz. And I believe VERGIL Ortiz, he's interim champion for one of these belts. I think it's the WBC or one of those. Xander Zayas right now is number one ranked by the WBO at 154 pounds. He's got 20 victories, 20 fights, 12 knockouts. And VERGIL Ortiz got 22 fights, 21 knockouts, all right? So what do I think about this fight? Some people say it's too early for Xander. He hasn't fought anybody that is highly ranked. VERGIL Ortiz might be too much for him. And listen, guys, we're living in a society, and I'm going to tell you this. The people nowadays, young people nowadays that are watching boxing, don't know what boxing really means. They think that keeping an O is so damn important. And you know, this is a wrong concept that has been brainwashed on today's boxing fan base. Oh, if you lost, he already has one loss. That's too bad. Oh, he already has one loss. Forget about it. He's done. And if you look at the history of boxing, the best used to fight the best. And so therefore there were losses, multiple losses that great legends and boxing champions used to have. Nowadays, you know, fighters don't want to fight good fighters. The best don't want to fight the best because they're afraid of that zero, losing that zero, losing that O, getting a loss. But guys, this is how you get great fights. So for Xander Zayas, man, my hat goes off to you, brother. You are willing to take the hard road. You're not willing to take, easy fights here and there and build your record up and continue avoiding the best fighters. And that's what's wrong with today's society and today's sport of boxing is these guys don't want to fight the best. Look at Boots Ennis saying no to Vergil Ortiz. I thought Boots Ennis wanted to get some good fights. Listen, man, when they're talking about, you moving up and fighting a champion, whether it's an interim champion or whatever, it opens doors for you. You're going to show what you're made of. And back in the day when I was growing up, we had the Durans, we had Wilfredo Benitez, we have all Wilfredo Gomez. All those guys fought the best. So we have legendary fights that a lot of fans from today's sport look back at and they say, wow, that was the golden era. That was a great era. But you could do the same in today's era. You have the talent. You have the fighters. What you don't have is the best fighting the best. So, hey, Xander, congratulations, my brother. Listen, I take my hat off to you. I think that your decision is a good decision. It's a very courageous decision. It's a decision that actually is going to open doors for you whether you win or lose. I believe he's got a great shot of winning this fight. Why? Because he's got the whole package. And you could see some holes in Vergil Ortiz's fight, in his last fight. And I'm not going to try to pronounce the fighter he last fought, Vergil Ortiz, because I'm going to mess it all up, Bohochuk or something like that. But I saw a lot of holes in Vergil Ortiz's game. And Zayas, I saw him fight flawlessly. It was a beautiful fight, his last fight against a former champion. All right? So, what do I think? I think Zayas had a great move. He's been looking to get opportunities to fight the best. Maybe his promotional company has held him back a little bit. Hey, but he already has 20-something fights. He's looked impressive. He looked impressive against a former champion. I mean, he totally dominated a former champion on his last fight. I think it's the best Xander Zayas that I've seen ever. And let me tell you something. I've been following Xander Zayas since he was a kid here in Miami. As you know, I'm a boxing coach here in Miami, and I have a lot of kids that participate in USA boxing sanction events. And I remember seeing Zayas as a kid just kicking ass. National titles up the yin-yang. This kid has a lot of experience in the amateurs and is translated to the pros. He's a very confident kid. He's a healthy individual who actually dedicates his life to boxing 100%. He has that discipline. Unlike a lot of other people that have the talent but don't have the discipline. And you all know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of people like that out there who I love, who have great talent, but really are shooting themselves in the foot by not having the discipline, trying to have it their way, trying to have it easy, not dedicating 100% to the sport of boxing. And like I said before, boxing is like a jealous woman. You have to be with her the whole time. You can't be with, doing several things while you're with that woman. You got to be with her. The same thing is with boxing. You can't be half-assing in boxing. So, Zayas, my hat goes off to you. Congrats. I truly believe that Zayas has a great shot of beating Vergil Ortiz in February next year. We got a lot of good fights coming up, guys. We have Richardson Hitchings. We have Lee Amparo, who I think he's a one-hit wonder. He's going to lose that fight, in my opinion. I think Richardson Hitchings is going to take it. And we're going to see, Subriel Matias there making a presence on this fight. We have other cards that are going on at the same time. Very good cards, very good fights. And that's the way it should be. The fight should fight the best, always. Always. And look what trying to keep that all has done to some of these careers. It has stalled these careers. It has stalled these fighters from making really good money. And that's a mentality that shouldn't go forward. Just because you see Canelo doing the same shit, but he's been in the game for so long, he can just basically do whatever hell he wants. He's got a corrupt type of relationship with some of these organizations where he's handing out money to these organizations so they won't make him defend his titles versus the top fighters, and you know who I'm talking about. So we're going to be seeing, the two Davids fighting. We got Usyk versus Tyson Fury too. There's a lot of great fights out there, and those are the best fighting the best. Those are the fights that fans want to see. And VERGIL Ortiz taking on Xander Zayas is going to be a main event. In my opinion, that should be a main event, a headliner. And I put my money on Xander Zayas. He's got the youth. He's had the hunger. He's got the technique. He's got the style. I think he can outbox VERGIL Ortiz. VERGIL Ortiz is a power puncher, but if Xander Zayas boxes in and out like he did on his most recent fight, I can truly believe that Xander Zayas has a great opportunity, maybe a 60-40% of winning this next fight. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. Xander Zayas, is it too soon for him? Should he fight other fighters before taking this fight? He already said yes. I don't know what's going to happen now. We're going to find out in the next few days. Everybody's talking about this fight. And I want to say something to some guys out there. Listen, boxing news is not a monopoly, guys. You can't hold a monopoly, or you can't have exclusivity on boxing news. It's boxing news. Everybody's going to talk about it. I'm not the only one talking about this fight. There's other people talking about it. So, if you want to watch different opinions and you want to watch different perspectives on future fights, go watch all the other channels. Watch my channel. Remember to like, share, subscribe with those that have similar interests. Always remember to hit the bell icon so you can be reminded of new episodes coming up. But until next time, my friends, it's Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy, saying hasta la vista. God bless you all, and peace.